And yeah, I agree with you on the premise of that. But here's the thing about lawyers. Here's the thing about fucking, bankers, accountants, all these people that are running the fire department now, and the fire chiefs that we've hired in or promoted that simply have a lawyer or banker mindset, accountant mindset, that has its place when you're trying to balance a budget. But when you're trying to run fire ops, it's completely fucking unacceptable. And here's why. Because the brand of the fire service, the brand of a firefighter, is that we go at all costs. We answer every fucking emergency at all costs. So that means that we kind of sort of have to be prepared and willing to do the job at all costs. But you hear lawyers say it, you hear fire chiefs that are influenced by lawyers and all this other shit say, well, we don't have the money for that. We can't afford this. We can't afford that. Safety. You got fucking the accountants of the fire service. Literally, that's what I'm going to call some of these fire chiefs. They're the accountants of the fire service trying to stand on this safety mountain. And yet you go talk to somebody out in the public that actually is an accountant or a banker and they say, man, I could never do what you do. You're fucking right. So why is the banker that says that that they would never do what we could do, why have we let that banker now become our fire chief and telling us how to do our fucking job? Why? And I'll tell you why. Because everybody had their head in the sand and was worried about dumb shit. And this is the whole deal. I like to tie everything around with, we are the Third Alarm Cowboys, so I like to tie everything back around with the Western world, because that's the life of hell. That's the saddle I have behind me. That was made for my uncle almost 40 years ago. I rode it when I was a baby. My oldest daughter rode it when she was a baby. And then now the baby is riding it. I just had it redone and all the leather get, reconditioned and the silver polished up a little bit. So the tie-in with the Western world, guys, you've all seen Yellowstone and all that kind of stuff where they have the 4 Sixes Ranch. You got King Ranch down there that, they literally make Ford trucks with a King Ranch package because it's that popular of a brand. So you've all heard of that shit. Well, guys, I've worked down there in King Ranch, not cowboying, but in the oil field. And I'm here to tell you, every single one of you, you don't get that big with billions of dollars of oil field money and hundreds of millions of dollars of ranch and cattle and horses and all that kind of money coming in that you don't have to have lawyers and bankers and accountants on the payroll. It happens. That is part of the process. When you get that big, you kind of have to have it involved. I myself had 3 fucking attorneys just running this business right here. It's part of the deal. The difference is, and where the fire service fucked up, is we have those lawyers that are involved, but they're here to work for you. You treat a lawyer like you do a fucking plumber. If they come in and flood your house or they fuck up your house, you fire them and you get another one. Lawyers don't run the show. Lawyers don't get to come in your house like a plumber gets to come in your house and tell you how to run your house. They're here to fix the pipes and get the fuck out. They're not here to tell you your day-to-day business in a fire department for how to fight fire. They're not here to tell you how to train a fucking rookie. And that's where the fire service fucked up, because some of these departments are tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. Hell, I heard when I was at Small Town Jobtown, there's a department down in Florida that has $1 billion budget. And I couldn't even wrap my mind around that. But how in the hell can you have the King Ranch or the 4 Sixes that are $1 billion organizations? I promise you the fucking attorneys are not out there in the pasture roping and dragging calves, telling them motherfuckers that branding calves on the 4 Sixes Ranch is a safety hazard or it's, mean and offensive. They're not going out there to those spike camps telling them cowboys they can't cuss or talk shit. It's not fucking happening.